Hi everyone, this is the second episode of my completely randomized colony on adventure story difficulty with permadeath enabled. That's commitment mode in the Rimworld settings. So, we've got some sleep, and I think we've got our head in the right place to really start our colony. And I'm gonna make an effort to learn my people's names and give them a proper start. So I'm gonna let Iragabar do her thing, and that is to get some breakfast. Um, it's been a minute since I played Rimworld, so I am probably not going to be on the tip top of my game to start with. But we'll do our best, and hopefully Randy Random goes easy on me. It looks like we are going to finish our fence for Dolores, our chinchilla. I'm not quite exactly sure what we can do with a single chinchilla in a pen. I'm just hoping maybe we can, I don't know. It's not like we can keep her indoors as a pet like a dog. Uh, I'll have to look and see if anyone is really bonded to her. But first, um, let's butcher this creature. And if you look at the bill, I selected it to be done one time. And something tells me we're going to need to hunt and butcher more than one creature in order to adequately feed our colony. We will go back and fix that in just a moment. But first, let's have Iragabar build the pen marker. This specific structure is what designates everything inside the fence as a pen. So, the pen is no longer needed. We've gotten rid of that notification. The next thing that Iragabar is going to build is one of those recreational variety things. And I'm not really paying attention to anyone else right now. I'm just letting them go about their business. While Iragabar is building a stove, I do want to designate some wildlife for my archers to hunt. And for now, that would be Snake, who is going to hunt the doe after he finishes his thing. And I need to add a bill, and you can see that I've selected cook a simple meal, and that's one simple meal at a time. That's not going to be very efficient. I can understand why this exists in the game. For example, if you're playing a single colonist run and you don't want to overcook a bunch of food that would just eventually rot. But seeing that we have several mouths to feed, it would behoove me to keep a steady supply of food coming in. But I have to maintain a careful balance because we don't have a freezer, and it would be way too easy for me to stock up on too much food. So we are going to let Snake do his hunting. He is at level 5 shooting, so it's good for me to let him level it up. Every time he fires an arrow, he gets better at shooting. Also, throughout the episode, anytime my people comes across anything while they are hunting, then I am going to make the decision to assign tiles to be deconstructed right then and there. So you can see why I'm kind of scrambling here and there to put myself back on my Rimworld game. And thank you for your patience while I try to figure out what's going on. But at least we have the process cycle of hunting, butchering, and cooking almost down pat. We will come back and refine every step of the process as time goes on. But the good news is I have a dedicated archer, a dedicated chef, and anybody below a certain skill level I will assign to butchering so they can work their way up to being a decent chef. So, we got an alpaca, and Snaky here is going to slaughter it and carry it back to base. And we have another hunter in progress. And since this dude spotted this little steel structure, we will have him designated to be taken apart. Steel is one of the more valuable consumable resources in this game. And I can easily see us consuming a lot of it in the progress of making weapons and whatnot. So next on my agenda, I will need to relocate the dumping area so that it would be quicker for my colonists to butcher animals and bring it directly into the kitchen. Let me see what's going on here with my fellas. Stinkbud has the highest cooking skill, so we are going to designate him as a chef. So we are not quite at the point where I can construct and build a workshop yet. But one of the ideas that I have is that we could build around the ancient danger that's towards the center of the map. and use that as a defense point to spread out. A lot of people like to use a mountain base save, but the random landing site didn't put me in a mountain, so I have to deal with this. So here I am trying to figure out how to edit Stinkbug's job title. And I don't know if this pauses the game when I do that or not. It just comes up in the middle of the screen and I can't really do anything with it, but here we go. Stinkbug is the designated master chef, and anytime anyone wants any num-nums, he will have it prepared. Now, in the event that he is incapacitated or sick or hurt or going crazy and doesn't want to do anything, we will need a backup chef. But I don't think we are quite at that point yet. In the next episode, I'm going to have to put my primary focus on farming, if that is possible. I need to do something about keeping my chinchilla fed. And also, I want to consider assigning areas to protect my animals in case of an emergency and have them run indoors. Sadly, you can't assign areas to pen animals like my chinchilla Dolores, but we will assign Lagua to be the janitor. His only duties is going to be cleaning and hauling. So we've got one person dedicated entirely to putting everything where they belong and hopefully keeping everything hygienic. And as you can see, once he finishes eating, he's carrying the pemmican back to base, and I'm like, well, what's going on with the food here? So as you can see, I've only left it and do it X time, but I'm going to have the simple meal job set up to be done until there are 10 meals in inventory. This will ensure that we don't have too much food. And seeing that we have 7 mouths to feed, I would say 14 meals per day would be what we want to aim for. But we've got some animals in the dumping ground that needs to be butchered and processed into food, so that way all of my people and all of my animals will be happy. I'm going to change Iragabar's job title to be the farmer. And then Snake, I don't like his job title, but we'll change it to builder, because he's passionate about construction. And then I want to see if I can rearrange everyone. I think we're gonna go by seniority. So we'll move the youngest people to the front and the elderly towards the back. This way, uh, the younger people can take more risk, I guess. Or the older people can be the bullet sponges, I don't know. But I think I've got everyone's job title sorted out. We will get rid of this extra sleeping spot since we have one farm animal. I thought about deconstructing this, but this could be a good buffer. I'm going to install this table next to the stove. I'll probably move it over one so I can have a spot for the chairs. Well, it looks like my one dude woke up quickly. Localio Balcanto. I'm gonna have to change his name in the next episode. I'm gonna have him butcher some animals forever. And that will be the beginning of our next episode. Until then, thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time in my completely random Rimworld save. Bye bye.